as well, all over the place. She's a phenomenal. She just finished her residency at Aloha Wine and Liquor. And we are going to miss her dearly. Please give an amazing, warm welcome to my good friend, Genevieve Murdick!
Yes! Welcome to the biggest show on the Gulf Coast. I literally say that every time. It's kind of like Whitty asks, is the dick big? And I'm like, welcome to the biggest comedy show on the Gulf Coast. Every woman is laughing at your dick. It's gonna be huge. I love this place though. I've enjoyed my summer working here. Aloha Wine and Liquor, to me, it's more than just a liquor store. It's also a public restroom. Everybody, give it up for our gender-neutral bathroom, for putting up with our shit. By the way, who vomited in the sink the other day? Which one of y'all? It could be anybody. And I feel like there's some stolen valor going on. Whoever you are, and you're probably a woman, and you're probably not going to speak up, I'm going to call you Bacon Bits. And you know what, Bacon Bits? You tried. You tried. You really tried. She even wiped up like the wet part of the vomit and just left me like the dry parts. Everyone's always like, the public restroom's so clean. I'm like, yeah, because I cleaned it. Give it up for me for cleaning the public restroom. For the men and the women alike, but mostly I clean up the male pee for the women pee on behalf of them. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, you tried. You tried. Anyway, my name's not Genevieve Murdick anymore. My new name is City Ham. Genevieve Murdick is the one that owes that toll bridge all that money. City Ham is the fun one that comes with hash browns. When I was a younger woman, they called me a snack. Now I'm 35. I'm a whole ass entree at Waffle House. I'm the best you're gonna do at 3 in the morning. All the decent women have gone to bed. It's just me now. It's just me. Have y'all noticed that dirty talk changes the longer you've been common law married? There is shit that I used to ask for in my 20s that I don't think I have the vaginal scaffolding to withstand in my 30s. I used to ask for some fucked up shit. I'd be like, fuck yeah, pull the shit. Like some WWE SmackDown. I used to be like, throw it down the stairs! I'll lie to the police in the morning. Or like sometimes you gotta take home one of these younger boat guys out here and you gotta be like, oh baby, I want you to ruin that pussy's credit score. I don't want that pussy to be able to buy a house in 3 years because of what you did to its FICO. Yeah. Now it's a lot more romantic. I'm a lot more demure. Now I look into your eyes and I'm like, oh baby, I would like you to fold that pussy up and recycle it when you're finished, please. Put that pussy out on the curb on a Tuesday morning. Bring it back in after the trash man done come. Because that's when I come. I told my ex-common law husband in the beginning that I was an animal in bed. But I didn't specify what kind of animal.
Garbage.
I'm actually an owl. I usually come after you've gone to sleep. No, my common law marriage was fucked up. It was fucked up. It got so fucked up that even the BDSM hit different. He used to like me to hold him down and be real mean, like, you little bitch. Yo, bitch ass bitch. One time I mixed it up and I called him chicken shit.
He did not like that because he knew I was serious. I mean, he came immediately. He just didn't talk to me for a week after. It was great. I should try that again. He used to like me to be like, yo, bitch ass bitch. Guess what, bitch? I control the thermostat. Don't worry, Dad. I don't really control the thermostat. I don't even get to podcast past 6 p.m. I definitely don't control the thermostat. It's a fantasy. I was like, every day you go to work, I turn that thermostat down to 59. Just so I could wear sweatpants in the middle of June. Bitch. You're not gonna know till you get the power bill. And then hit him with a little bit of role play, you know, and I'm like, what? You think you're better than your old man just because you can read? And I mean, at that point, I'm just plagiarizing Mark Twain on that dick. I'm just going Huckleberry Finn on that dick. I'm just saying, ladies, sometimes you gotta take that dick down the Mississippi River, make best friends with it despite your racial differences.
Yeah.
It's a good book. I don't know, it's a good book. Let's ban it. Oh man. My ex-common law husband liked hand jobs more than regular sex. If y'all think that that is weird, you guys are not using enough coconut oil.
Maximum wage.
I'm just saying, 2015, we put coconut oil on everything. Rub it into our skin, swish it around in our mouths because we didn't have dental insurance. It was only a matter of time before our husbands stopped sleeping with us and put their dicks inside the coconut oil. Yeah, it was a hard time. It was a hard time. But it was all right because, you know, as many hand jobs as I was giving, if we were using regular lube, it would have been highly embarrassing in our Alabama community, you know, like for me to go to the grocery store and buy that much lube every day versus buying these tubs of coconut oil. Everybody was like, wow, that couple is so healthy. I bet her breath is so fresh. And then the guy at the counter, old Billy Bob, who knows what's up, he's like, yeah, I heard she gives the most slippery hand jobs in the Tri-County area. And he would be right. He would be right. I did leave him, though. It's really easy to get a common law divorce. All you got to do is write a John Deere letter. That's where you write a breakup letter and you tape it to his tractor. And you're like, I hope this motherfucker can read.
It's green.
Flashback to all the times we only went to the restaurants that had the Chinese pictures on the wall that he could point to, and I'm like, I don't know. He might have to get a translator. But yeah, I did break up with him. I let him know that throughout the course of our marriage, common law marriage, throughout the course of me folding socks for him with no legal protections, I had to change my pussy's nickname to Dry Clean Only. 'Cause he can't get it wet. I told him that I had to change my pussy's nickname to to Rite Aid Drugstore. 'Cause it ain't there no more. And it ran off with all your prescriptions. Bye. No, after that though, I was celibate. Give it up for celibacy.
Boo!
Yes, 3 of you aren't having sex, the rest of you are getting dick down every day. Hell yeah. No, I was celibate, but I was still dating, which was awkward. But you know, I was honest with the guys that I was dating. Like, after the check would arrive at Red Lobster, and after he put down his card on the check, and the lady took it away, at that point I'd be like, just so we're clear on expectations, I am celibate. I don't think men in cantonment know what the word celibate means. Because I went out with this one redneck motherfucker in cantonment. Is it pronounced cantonment or cantonment? I like to say cantonment. Cantonment! I went out with this one guy from cantonment, and he just looked at me like, hell yeah, girl. What are we celebrating? Not your dick. Not tonight. No. Yeah, but dating's terrible. At one point I got on this app called the Stud Finder. Turns out, the studs were living inside my walls. Should I let them out? Or should I keep them there so they can't give me urinary tract infections? She's like, yeah, she's got one right now. Yeah, her urethra goes this way. Give it up for that. Hell yeah, you fucking broke that shit. That biome is toast. Sorry, I'm not supposed to hit on the audience. That's one of the rules. My bad. I'm just describing biological facts. This is like a doctor's appointment. While I was dating, this one guy was like, is it ever a problem in dating, like, that you're so tall? And, like, that's a weird thing to ask about a physical attribute, you know? Because it's like, you swiped on me. You know how tall I am. You're taller than me. You're complaining more than the short guys. What the fuck? But what guys who ask me that, what they underestimate is the fact that men can sexualize literally anything. Anything. Like, at first they might be like, oh shit, she's pretty tall, that's weird. And then they're like, the little engineer in them is like, how could I climb that tree? Carry the one, multiply by, I don't know math. But, you know, I don't know. The short guys are actually a little bit more forgiving of my height, you know. They're a little more forgiving. And I like short guys. A lot of people think I'm out here trying to, like, pick up, like, the tall, big, burly girls. Big, burly guys. Sorry. Oh, no! I mean, maybe. We do have our tequila guy here somewhere playing games. No, but I'm actually trying to pick up the short guys at the bar. And you know why? It's because they're easier to pick up. Also, like, the short guys never care about my height. They never care. They act like they just caught the great white whale. And I'm the great white whale. Like, tall guys are all like, call me daddy. Short guys are like, call me Ishmael. Gotta get on that Moby Dick. Yes. They act like they're about to Mount Everest. No, I'm Everest. Hi, my new name is Everest. I'm no longer City Ham. City Ham is actually in trouble for an expired car, what do they call them? Tag, yes, tag! Yeah, no, my tag's expired, so I'm definitely not Genevieve Murdick anymore. Give it up for that. Where are my premature ejaculators at? Dude, your hand came up way too fast. That was a record. That was like 5 seconds. I'm impressed. Ah, dude, whoa, I need a napkin. Ladies, what do we prefer? Premature ejaculators or guys who can't get it up? We prefer premature ejaculators, right? Because they're obsessed with us for 25 whole seconds. They're obsessed. So I went out with this one premature ejaculator. He helped inspire my celibacy. Please don't make me define that word for you again. But I was trying to fix him, you know, because he was rich, so I was trying to fix him. And so one night, like, he stuck it in me. And I'm like, all right, I gotta think quick. So he sticks it in me, and I'm like, okay. Oh, where were you on 9/11? What grade were you in? What grade were you in? You don't remember 9/11? Were you drunk? But yeah, so at that point, I've got him going for like 45 seconds. I'm like, this is a world record. I could marry this. And then I gotta think more because I wanted to last a little longer. So I'm like, okay. The Holocaust. What side of that conflict are you on? You know, because it's gonna come up anyway. We're both fans of Kanye West. And at that point, I got him going for like 1 minute and 15 seconds. I'm like, yes. We can train him. We can fix him. We can make him better. So then I was trying to think quick. And then I remembered, oh yeah, this guy's from Georgia. So I grab his head and I whisper into his ear, General Sherman. That dude came immediately. I was like, is the South gonna rise again? Hopefully. Maybe. Oh gosh. So after I left my common law husband, I had to quit chewing tobacco. Would y'all like to guess why? That's right. I lost a tooth. Just like everybody said I would. It was one of the important teeth too. Not my front ones, them was my money makers. This one wasn't for wisdom either, it was for eating and survival. It's one of the big daddy molars back there. Yeah, I lost that. I lost it. Do you guys have any idea how long it takes me to eat a meal now? Y'all, too long. Big Dan just whispered too long. He felt that in his soul. He's probably missing some teeth too. Give it up for Florida. It sucks, like when I finally got dental insurance, I thought they would fix my teeth and they just started taking them away. Fuckers. But yeah, I lost a tooth. And I don't want to say it was worth it, but I do want to say I loved chewing that tobacco, you know, like that nicotine straight to the face. That was good shit. And sometimes when I was chewing tobacco, you know, a man would walk up to me and he would be like, Genevieve, that's fucking disgusting. You're going to lose a tooth. And okay, first of all, sir dude, stop narrating my life. Second of all, it is not my mission as a feminist to be attractive to you, sir dude, who thinks my dip cup isn't cool. Even though my dip cup is a limited edition Batman cup from McDonald's from the 90s. And it's very fucking cool. Woo! I haven't washed it in a while, but it is very fucking cool. But it is actually my mission in life to create the shortest possible distance between the tobacco that lives inside the nicotine plant and the little vagina skin in the inside of my cheek. Straight to the face. Straight to the motherfucking face. Also, believe it or not, there does exist an entire demographic of men who believe that my dip cup is hot as hell. And they all drive trucks while your ass takes the bus. Just saying. Just saying. But no, I felt superior with my dip cup for a time while I still had all my teeth. I felt superior, you know, because I could be dipping at work. I could be in there with my dip cup in the Sears call center in Tillman's Corner, Alabama. Nicotine straight to the face. Pregnant girl, she's got to go outside to the parking lot to smoke her cigarette. I got everything I need right here, straight to the face, making sales, baby. Come lunchtime, I don't have to waste time. With a cigarette break, I've got the whole 30 minutes to get drunk. So I told everybody thought that I was going on these like power walks, and they're like, wow, she's so fit. She smells like coconut oil and she's always walking around. No, I was walking across the parking lot to the old man parking lot bar called Patches, next to the plasma clinic that doubles as a bus stop, used to be a Pizza Hut. Every town has one. If you've reached the Chuck E. Cheese next to the abortion clinic, you have driven too far. And now you have a very important decision to make. Aww. But no, I'd go to Patches, I'd get really drunk and hear old man stories so that they would give me like their dishes, you know. They would give me this one old man always told me the same fucking story and then would bring me like cabbage and red meat. And it was great. It was great. Free food. And then, you know, by the time I get off of work, I'm not drunk anymore, so I can continue to lie to my common law husband about my alcoholism. which is my special kink. I don't know about y'all's. Though these days, working at Aloha, my real special kink is working the morning shift and not making masubi. No laughs. That was so serious. I just like it when those little like fisherman boys come in and they're like, "Hey man, you got any masubs?" And I'm like, "No, we didn't make that today." And they're like, "Oh man, no masubis, aw." It's okay, but I like, no, it's not. I know, like, I can feel it. It's, dude, he's so mad. He's so mad. This is where I'll lose you. They're so mad. They're gonna revolt. Oh man, no masubs. No, that's my new kink. But my old kink used to be getting drunk on my lunch break. Back when I had a lunch break, because we don't have them in Aloha. We just gotta wait till one of you fuckers buys us some chips. And then eat them on the toilet. Which is how you summon customers. On a day when there's no customers up there, what you do is you go take a shit. It's something about you taking a shit. All of the other people on the island can smell it, and they're like, "I'm gonna go buy liquor right now." And they all show up. And then the disappointed look on their face when I come out after they've been staying there for a minute, that's my other kink. But no, it was great. I would get drunk at Patches, walk back to work like I own the place, stop off at my homegirl Curticia's vehicle, do a little bump of cocaine with Curticia, get back on those Sears call center phones. We are like Wolf of Wall Street on those phones. Except we work at a Sears call center in Alabama, so it is more like we are the Wall of Wolf Street. Our life is going nowhere. But no, it was great. Like, we were masters of those phones. You know, you can take off your blouse over the phone to these guys calling into Sears. Because some of them have not talked to a real woman in weeks. How could he? His tractor is broken. That's why he's calling me. And I'm like, "Sir, when was the last time you changed your air filter?" "No wonder I take your breath away." Nah, quitting nicotine was, that was terrible. That was like the worst heartbreak I've ever had in my life. Anyone ever quit before? Yeah, that was the worst heartbreak I've ever had. I haven't had heartbreak like that since my mama cut me off the titty milk. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was 7 years old. Already alone in the universe. After that, I moved to Colorado and I became a cable guy on accident. I was working for a company, I can't say the name, but it rhymes with Pissfinity. Kind of rhymes with Comcast. But I got that job on accident. You know, I thought it was a job answering phones. And then I get there and they're like, "No, we want you to climb the telephone pole." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know if I can do that." They kind of look me up and down and they're like, "Well, have you climbed a pole before?" And I'm like, "Well, you know, actually, yes, sir, that is a job skill that I possess." I worked hard at that job. I got so many calluses that when I masturbated, it felt like I was being fingered by a stranger. I didn't even know who I was anymore. After that, I got a job working with the most hardened criminals you will ever meet of Aurora, Colorado. Which is kind of like the cantonment of Colorado. It's one of those places where Trump says that the immigrant gangs are eating the geese on the street. And I'm like, I hope they are, because fuck those geese. Give it up for gang activity in your area. Fuck those geese. Those geese are trying to take my job, standing in my way. But yeah, I got a job with some of the most hardened criminals in all of Aurora. You know, some real animal crackers. Most of them were 5th graders. Y'all, 5th graders are the reason I drink. Out there on the playground, talking about These nuts. Oh. That's how you know it's a joke. They go, oh. Otherwise, you might think we're talking about pistachios. God forbid Brazil nuts. Not in this economy. And not on mi abuela's EBT card. We're not getting any nuts on that. Maybe like that trail mix that is mostly peanuts, but then also a whole bunch of like those little pebbles that they tell you to sort you out of cheap beans, you know? Why do they put pebbles in cheap beans? Why do they want to give me another math project? I can't count that high. But yeah, those fucking kids. And what sucks though is that I've got to be the adult in the room, you know, and I've got to be like, hey, guys, there is nothing funny about these nuts. Oh. And that is not the first lie I will tell that day, because that's the day we learn about Christopher Columbus. That is not the first lie I will tell that day, but it is the most egregious lie I will tell that doesn't have to do with syphilis. These nuts is fucking hilarious. I write jokes for no money in the sand at the Shaka Bar. I can tell you, these nuts never gets old. And every sick burn lands better when you go, oh! Which incidentally is the sound that a female comedian makes when she orgasms. Apparently. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. But I do think that the biggest issue facing kids today is actually the fact that body positivity is ruining the yo mama joke. I heard these kids in the cafeteria, they were talking about, yo mama's so goddess-sized, the doctors had to take her legs. And we're real sorry about that. She is such a nice lady. We were thinking about maybe sending over some healthy recipes, you know, with her diabetes. Sending over some vegan casseroles for her fat rolls. Maybe even throw in a couple packs of hearty, healthy these nuts. Oh! And that's how you know it's a joke. Otherwise, you might think we give a shit about your fat ass mama. Your fat ass mama might be at home waiting for her shipment. Where's my pistachios? Not in this economy, bitch. But I know, I actually also think that the biggest nutritional disaster of modern education was probably the day that we got a shipment of tahine packets to the cafeteria. Do y'all know about tahine? He doesn't know about tahine. He looks like all he eats is Old Bay. I'm gonna call you Old Bay. Get back in the pot, Old Bay. No, Old Bay, you can stay. No, tahine though. Tahine is, it's a seasoning. And I did know that. And I was excited about it first because I was kind of like one of those like ignorant white teachers in the inner city Mexican school who didn't know what was going on. It was like one of those like 90s movies. Like that one with the Gangster's Paradise song in it. Except it was more like, been spending most of life living in a tahine paradise. Here's the situation they got me facing. I can't eat normal grapes. I need some seasoning on my plate. It was like that. And I was really excited at first because I was like, well, they're going to eat their vegetables. Look at them go. And then they start putting tahine on their fruit. And I'm like, oh, that's new. White people, are you seasoning your fruit? Y'all are eating plain grapes? I'm gonna call you plain grapes. What are you doing with your life? Plain grapes. Get back in the refrigerator, plain grapes. You're not done yet. Plain grapes, man. But it got crazy though. It got crazy though because we were going one packet per kid, as you do. These kids got addicted though. And I knew it was bad when they started like snorting lines of it and trying to get me to give them more. And then they started going out back and like cutting it with baking soda. A whole economy formed of tahine. And then the little girl who's all shy and never says anything, she's raising her hand like, tahine, tahine, tahine. Parent-teacher conference, I gotta be like, wow, Consuelo really learned how to ask for what she wants this year. Give it up for Consuela. Her abuela also has her own 1 pack of tahine, which is why we cut it with baking soda. Pro tip. Pro tip. But you know you've lost the cafeteria when they start opening their milk cartons and doing crazy shit to their milk. It's over. It's over for me. It's over for them because they're gonna have like salt poisoning. It's over for the janitor. He's gonna have to hide in the closet and like switch antidepressants. And I always kind of wonder, like, at what age do kids actually start to empathize with the janitor whose life they ruined on the Great Tahine Day of 2022? And I think the age that they realize what they have done is probably age 35, when they get a job as a janitor at that school. And it's like, oh shit, what did I do? This is karma, with a little tahine sprinkled on. Do y'all want some tahine? I've got some right here. I've got some tahine and grapes. They're like, nah. They're like, nah. He doesn't eat tahine. He eats lemon pepper. I'm going to call you lemon pepper. You're invited to the barbecue. You're featured on the chicken. Hell yeah. He loves it. He loves it. That's better. Where's Old Bay? How you doing, Old Bay? Nah, you're good for something. You're good at certain boils. That's what Yankees put in their crawfish. They're like, well, we're going to whip you up something real special. We have Old Bay. And I'm like, all right, Old Bay. All right. But people are always asking me when I'm going to have kids of my own because I'm so good with kids. This is before I tell them about all the salt poisoning I give kids on Tahine Day. But they're like, when are you going to have kids on your own? And what I tell them is that I'm just not ready to have my own school shooter in the house. I don't like to take my work home with me, you know. I like to come home from a shooting. You know. Not like come home from a shooting and immediately prep for another one. But I do want to have a little girl someday just because I think I have the cutest names for little girls. Like, I want to name my firstborn daughter, literally. Just so I could be like, this is literally my daughter. And then when I'm emotionally abusing her in the Walmart parking lot, like we do, where my parents at? Woo! Then I could just be like, literally, shut your fat face. This is literally the reason why my ex-common law husband left me. Where are my premature ejaculators at? Now no one responds. That's great. The other day when my mom was making fun of the way that I pronounced the word erectile dysfunction, she was like, it sounds like you're trying to elevate it. And I was like, yes, I am. That's love. Oh, man. Kanye West is a genius. He is the first person to ever name his children after a general direction, so that he knows exactly where they are. As long as he keeps standing in the same place, and they also keep standing in the same place. I think he named his firstborn daughter Southwest because he's got to go through a metal detector to get to her and have all his stuff checked just for visitation. He named his second-born daughter West Germany because she's always putting up walls. And her dad's a Nazi. No, I think it's clever as hell. What else is going on in music? Oh, stop trying to make Imagine Dragons happen. This is not a Winn-Dixie. I feel like Imagine Dragons makes music for the guys whose like Adderall is interfering with their erectile dysfunction medication. Or like for the guys who locked their knees during JROTC and have PTSD. I do wish though, I wish that there was like a Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, but just for the lyrics of R. Kelly's The Remix to Ignition. Now I'm not trying to be rude, but if your girl feeling you. Yes, she's like, give me that beep beep. Give me that toot toot. Running her hands through my throat. No, dude, that song is like in my heart forever. And now it's in yours. Some of y'all are going to be singing it in the shower later. The golden shower. Shower nonetheless. No, I still listen to R. Kelly. That's why you should cancel me. I still listen to him. I think it's okay to listen to cancel people as long as they're in jail. Because they're where they're supposed to be. You're not helping build their empire, you know. Commissary's way overpriced, so you're barely helping them get a Snickers bar when you stream. Bill Cosby was in jail. I liked Bill Cosby better in jail, too. You know, he was doing some of his best community work in jail. He was mentoring guys. Like after his cellmate would wake up after a night he didn't remember, he would be like, pull your pants up, get a job. It was doing great things. Oh God, I've lost you. Oh God, this is how to lose an audience in 10 days. I was actually given a whole bunch of rules for this that I've broken every single one of them. I'm not supposed to cuss, so I've started a cussing jar right here. Every time I cuss, please tip me. I'm not supposed to say retarded with the hard R. I'm supposed to say retarded. Because then people from Florida can understand what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm not political. That was another rule. I can't get political. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not political. I just think that the more adjectives and prepositions you have in the name of your country, the more you might be a fake-ass country on stolen land. That's all I'm going to say. Like, if you have to call your country Israel, like, whoa, dude, I didn't even ask. I didn't even ask. No, I actually have zero opinion on that whole conflict. As a matter of fact, the last time I went to the bikini waxer, I told her to go ahead and take everything off, just leave the Gaza Strip. I don't know who owns it. I don't know who owns it. It could be anybody. I have no idea. My favorite example of this, though, is Christopher Columbus. When he first got to the Americas, the first island he found, he called it the Virgin Island. And isn't that just such a white guy thing to do, Olbe? Call something the Virgin Island as if it already hasn't been run through by a bunch of brown dudes. I love that. Yeah, I love that. Now that I've alienated everybody with politics. No, my favorite one though is the United Kingdom. Like, what is up with the rebrand, England? The United Kingdom. Like, what? Do you think if you don't call it the United Kingdom, we're gonna like question the king's credentials? How did he get this job? He's a Nepo baby, that's how he got the job. He was born into it. Like Obey was born into this pot of fish. I love the fish people out here, though. The fish people are great. Give it up for the fish people. They're like half mermaid, half manatee, half guy who's really disappointed I didn't make masubi today. Oh man, no masubs. This is actually where people go. This is a mecca that people go to take that fish picture on Tinder. Everybody always complains about the guys with the fish pictures, but honestly, I vastly prefer those to the guys who every time it's time to take a picture with them, they like hold up a Bud Light to their face. Like they're proud of it. Like, look at me, Mom, I'm drinking. Why do y'all do that? Why? I'm just saying, like, unless you got out on a boat, rowed out into the Gulf of Mexico, and caught that natty light yourself on a stormy day, I don't want you to hold it up like you're fucking proud of it. God, I cussed again. I'm sorry, Lapaka. I tried so hard to change all my motherfuckers to dang nabbits. I started a cussing jar at home. Every time I cussed, I stole a bunch of change from my boyfriend's couch and took it to Coinstar. And I thought maybe that would teach me, but really I just made $30. What else has been going on this summer? Oh, I've been babysitting for 5 days. Yeah, my sister was giving birth and I was watching the other baby, who's like almost 3. And she told me it was only going to be like a day, you know? And then complications happened. So it was more days. So I'm lying to this 3-year-old and telling her mom would be back tomorrow. Every day. And I watched a lot of Disney movies in the process. A lot of fucking Disney movies. Do you like Disney movies? Old Bay hates Disney movies. He's like, get these Disney movies out of the pot. They make my potatoes taste like a whole new world. I'm not a Disney adult, but I do have Disney opinions now. I have Disney opinions. Little Mermaid. Punk ass bitch. Great songs though. Great songs. Great songs. My favorite is the one where she's like, what's this? A fork. That's what Hunter Biden sings every time he's looking for his Coke spoon at my house. Plot twist, I've hid the Coke spoon. And sprinkled some Parmesan on the carpet. I just like to see Hunter Biden bend over. I'm not political, I just want to see Hunter Biden bend over and look for stuff. What's this? A fork? Can we do crack off of this? Probably not. Sorry, Hunter Biden. I pawned your laptop. Pocahontas. Punk ass bitch. Punk ass bitch. And it's crazy because when I was a little kid, I loved Pocahontas. Like, I thought I loved Pocahontas. Like, I had Pocahontas everything. I had the Pocahontas panties. Who had the Pocahontas panties? This guy right here. The Pocahontas panties, man. Pocahontas had us in a chokehold in 1995. Pocahontas had us by the coochie in 1995. So I thought it was good shit. And then I watched back and I'm like, no, this is fucked up. First of all, there are 0 jokes in the first 25 minutes of Pocahontas. Pocahontas starts off with a almost shipwreck of white guys who you don't care about yet. That's how it starts off. So like the child is scared, nothing's happening. This guy's really winning shit. Look at him go. I'm gonna call him Zatarans. Salt free. I'll put you on my eggs. Watch out. Watch out, Zatarans, salt free. Look at him go. Whoa. Oh man, sometimes he misses. Now I gotta clean my cast iron. Who else takes better care of their cast iron than they do of themselves? Yeah. We'll have a meeting after this about it. We can stand in a circle. Confess our sins. But no, yeah, Pocahontas, punk ass bitch. John Smith, punk ass bitch. I almost said Pocahontas ass bitch. No, John Smith. What the fuck is John Smith? Like, what kind of fake ass name is John Smith? Like, that sounds like a tax evasion name. That sounds like what you call yourself because you owe too much on the troll bridge. John Smith. John Smith sounds like what you call the white guy you hooked up with last night because you can't remember his name. You're like, yeah, I got me some John Smith last night. He really colonized that pussy. I might have to get tested for syphilis. He left a blanket over here. That's suspicious. Fucking fake ass John Smith. And then Pocahontas herself has like no actual character motivation. Like her whole character motivation is that she doesn't know what to do or who she is yet. And so what she does is she walks up to a talking tree that's supposed to represent her ancestors or something. It's like a tree with a face. Y'all have seen a tree before, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like a talking tree with a face. And she's like, grandmother, ancestor, what should I do? And this fucking tree tells her, you have to just listen to the plants. Tree, you are a plant. How are you going to ask her to listen to other plants about what she needs to do? What the hell is that? That is the most go ask your dad shit I've ever heard in my life. Go talk to the other plants. Bullshit ass movie. I like Hercules though. I like Hercules. I'm kind of angry because I remember the discourse back in the day that white people were really mad that Hercules was taking a fictional mythology story and further fictionalizing it. But those same people were not mad at all that Pocahontas was taking a horrific genocide story and turning it into a romance. I think that's telling. But I like Hercules. I relate to Hercules. I too, as a baby, drank a substance I wasn't supposed to. But apparently not enough of it. Because now I'm a mortal who has to write jokes in the sand. It's sad. What else is going on that's sad? Oh yeah, my mom's dying. It's cool. She's been dying for like 7 years. It's actually kind of redundant at this point. She's been dying so long it's kind of awkward. Like we've already done the My Mom is Dying GoFundMe like 6 years ago. And then she just kind of didn't die. It's pretty awkward. Yeah, so she didn't die, which meant that we had to write the thank you letters for all the donations. And we're like, oh shit. And then all the other moms that donated to that, they started to die. And my mom was like the last mom standing. So I felt weird showing her off, you know, like she's doing really well now. She got a new bicycle and she's like, take a picture of me. She wants to go cycling around the graveyard. I'm like, oh shit. She's gotten really good at archery because she only has one tit. That's why she's the last mom standing. What else happened? Oh yeah, my dad had a stroke the other day. Don't worry, it's his first of many strokes. I'm glad it's not his last one. He's got a lot more in him. I'm hoping it's kind of like when Dick Cheney was having heart attacks. And it got to the point where Dick Cheney would have a heart attack and he would just fall down and be like, I'm having a heart attack. It's like, all right, Dick Cheney. He knows how to ask for what he wants. Give it up for Dick Cheney. Just do it. Just do it. 'Cause all right, guys. I'm gonna pop quiz you real quick before I leave. Before Lapaka fires me for breaking all the rules. What does a crackhead have in common with a mathematician? They both use foil. And if you don't get that joke, you don't know how to factor a quadratic equation about how me and Old Bay are going to smoke this crack later, am I right? Hunter Biden has been on his knees this entire time. We're going to get that crack. Lemon Pepper knows where the spoon is. Hell yeah. Y'all have been absolutely fucking wonderful. I'm gonna miss this place. I'm not gonna miss the drive. I almost became a roadside memorial drive into this place so many times. She's nodding her head like yes. Yes. I'm gonna call you onion powder. You're gonna make me cry. Roadside memorials are depressing though, right? Especially when the person in the memorial is super hot. Because then it's also a roadside attraction. Like, she's been dead for 2 weeks. She is still causing car accidents. Everybody put your hands together. If you have syphilis, yeah! Hell yeah, y'all have been wonderful. Y'all have been some really good hash browns. Let's get covered and smothered. Give it up for Mr. Andrew.